Now, according to reports, the U.S. has proposed a UN resolution on the Ukraine war that omits any mention of Kyiv's territory occupied by Russia. Now, Washington's proposal comes amid an intensifying feud between Donald Trump and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. This proposed resolution appears to rival a separate draft resolution produced by Kyiv and its European allies. European text blames Russia for the invasion and commits to Kyiv's territorial integrity, and it demands an immediate and unconditional withdrawal of Russian troops from Ukraine. On the other hand, U.S.-backed proposals text reportedly calls for a swift end to the conflict without mentioning Kyiv's territorial integrity, and it was welcomed by Moscow's ambassador as a good move. Now, Ukraine and European allies say they have been sidelined out of talks between U.S. and Russian officials. But Trump has now said that both Zelensky and Russian President Vladimir Putin will have to get together to end the war.
I think that President Putin and President Zelensky are going to have to get together because you know what? We want to stop killing millions of people. You have young soldiers being killed. If you saw the pictures that I saw of the battlefield from satellite, you've never seen any pictures like that. Soldiers are being killed by the thousands a week, thousands of soldiers a week. As we speak, they're being killed. That's why I want to see a ceasefire and I want to get the deal done. I think we have a chance to get the deal done. I had to make sure that Russia wanted to do it.
Trump has also said that they are pretty close to reaching a deal with Ukraine, which will allow the U.S. access to the country's rare earth minerals in exchange for continued military aid.
How close are you to striking a minerals deal?
I think we're pretty close, yeah. I think they want it, and they feel good about it, and it's significant, it's a big deal. But they want it, and it keeps us in that country, and they're very happy about it. But we get our money back. This should have been signed long before we went in. This should have been signed by Biden, but Biden didn't know too much about what he was doing. The war should have never happened.
Zelensky said during his nightly address that his government is working with the U.S. on a draft agreement aiming to strengthen weakening relations between the two countries. As Washington presses Kyiv to sign the minerals deal, Zelensky has said he hopes for a fair result. But Trump says Ukraine has no cards to play with. Now, correspondent Susan Tarani has sent us this report from New York to give us more details. Listen in.
The Trump administration's 180 turn on foreign policy and engaging directly with Russia and excluding Ukraine and European allies from peace negotiations has been making headlines for days. This shift comes amid ongoing tensions surrounding the Russia-Ukraine conflict and the broader debate of U.S. involvement in Ukraine's future, including a rare minerals deal. Trump's approach has sparked concerns and questions about the future of the transatlantic alliance and the legitimacy of any peace agreement without Ukraine's participation. Now, the current U.S. policy is focused on pragmatic interests. Domestically, this appeals to many American voters who prefer a reduced foreign policy involvement and say that it's to the taxpayers' benefit. However, sidelining Ukraine and European partners had made Democrats and many globalists very anxious so far. But at least for now, they haven't been able to provide an alternative to the Trump administration's plans on how to end the Ukraine war. Susan Tehrmani reporting from New York for WION World is One.